So you have Blend Tech, I've seen. You have the Pocky snack foods always behind you. I always see it, and especially with more prominent YouTubers, a lot of brand placement. Is this something that's going to happen more and more as YouTube gets bigger and bigger?
I think so. I think that a lot of companies, a lot of brands or advertisers have tried to do YouTube, to make their own videos, to spend a TV commercial budget making an internet video, and failed. And I think they've, some of them, most of them, might have already learned that lesson. They tried it in the past few years. And now they're starting to try something different, where they're reaching out to YouTube partners like us, popular YouTube personalities or internet personalities, and say, hey, can you integrate something into our product because you have a built-in audience? Because they've learned that dollars don't get a video a lot of views. They can shoot an internet video with, you know, a $100,000 budget, but if they upload it to a YouTube account with 0 subscribers, no one's going to see it, because YouTube kind of evens that playing field. So we're more than happy to get approached by sponsors, because I think all of us up here want to get paid.
And we get that money.
Yeah, because we want to keep doing it.
Netflix.com/bacon.
Because we want to keep doing it, we want to do it for a living. The advertisers want to, get seen. They want views. They want impressions. So the most important thing is finding the win-win situation where it's not just me winning and the advertiser winning. You want your audience to win, and the way you do that is relevant advertising. You don't advertise for hair products and an Epic Mealtime video because
I'll do what I want. Thank you very much.
Because it's not completely irrelevant.
I'll find a place.
And if you can make it relevant to your audience,
Easy.
and they're already interested in your content, then they will. I've never found my audience got pissed about an advertisement, and I straight up tell them.
Everybody always gets pissed when I do an advertisement. Sell out, asshole.
Because I just straight up tell them, I'm like, hey, I got paid to do this, and I find my audience is generally happy for me. Maybe my audience likes me.
Yeah. You're one of the few. Hey, I don't care if people don't like me. I don't give a shit.
Well, I'll be honest. When I first saw the Netflix thing, I was like, holy shit, that's kind of like a little in my... I've never seen that on YouTube, that overt. And then you had a flashing thing that said, you are a target of advertising. So you made it like a little bit more palatable, plus your personality. But have you dealt with any flack for it being so overt?
No, I mean, I think the term selling out applies to the fact that if we, we got offered to do something with sliders, mini burgers, and we turned it down. We're like, no, we're not going to fucking have mini burgers. It's Epic Mealtime. How are we going to tell people mini burgers, you know? But as for Netflix, if I'm going to look in the camera, I can be like, netflix.com/bacon, sign up for that shit. You know, that's just coming from me. And, you know, there's nothing sneaky about it. We want that bacon money. Sign up. And that's it.
I think it's honesty.
I don't think people should get mad just because YouTubers are trying to make money. Like, everybody do stuff for money. It's like, why would we do any videos that we do if we weren't making money? That's just stupid. Unless you're Corey.
Okay, well, I mean, from Corey's perspective, I mean, he's a nice young boy, but you guys are kind of, you're the most racist guy in the world, and you're the craziest guy.
I am not racist. I love Chinese people. I love white people too. How many white people here? No, seriously, how many?
Pretty much everyone.
So, I mean, for you guys, and there's going to be lots of people that are a little bit more controversial that typically a brand would not want to get behind because it's maybe crossing some kind of lines. Like, is that going to be
overconsumption? Scares the shit out of all the brands when dealing with Epic Mealtime. Liquor or food, like, man, we're deep frying the shit, wrapping it in bacon and putting it in things and, you know, stuffing it down our mouths, you know. So,
I think it's good for you.
Me too, it is good for you, actually.
Yeah.
Science, we have a scientist and he told me it was good for us, but, you know.
Was the scientist Chinese?
No,
Good.
he's Jewish.
Oh.
Well, if brands are going to be conservative and then, you know, a little bit more PG channels that are popular are going to start getting all of the money from the endorsements, and then the more edgy ones are going to suffer a little bit. Does that mean brands will have to lighten up and give a little bit more?
It would be nice.
It would be nice.
I think I'm the only one that's not making any money.
Well, everybody just thinks I'm racist. I'm not racist. I just love to make videos about everything, and then people should just lighten up and just give me money. Yeah. It's so simple.
What I don't understand is how, when you look at the Hollywood celebrity world, you can have R-rated celebrities. Studios are still putting Christian Bale in their movies, even after he tells everybody to fuck off.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right? But so then
who cares what they do in their personal life?
Why, when we are inappropriate, our brand's not willing to work with us, but they are still willing to work with celebrities making rated R movies?
Because you're YouTube.
Exactly.
You're YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is not as big as Hollywood.
Yeah, you can't, put yourself on the same level as Christian Bale. Come on, man.
Yeah. Idiot.
Okay, well, I mean, YouTube is going to get bigger and more prominent, but what will happen first? Well, the brands have to give in and get behind the massive YouTubers that are crazy racist, like Peter Chao, or are the YouTubers going to have to settle down a little bit because they're going to need to, put their kids through college?
Well, see, if I tone down my content, then nobody's going to watch it, because I build my fan base out of being a racist asshole. Fine, I admit it. But, I mean, who's...
I think I just want to add in. I think for brands, especially, it's what Corey's talking about: evergreen versus burst, right? For brands, in order to build true value, they have to think of evergreen, and they have to think about building lasting out value. There will always be brands that can sponsor and invest on Epic Mealtime or on Pyrobooby. They just have to be. They are more controversial brands. Red Bull can do sponsorship of Epic Mealtime, and they can have like vodka Red Bull thing going, and it'll be okay because Red Bull is about extreme, right? But if Procter & Gamble wants to do something with Epic Mealtime, it's just not going to work for the value of the brand.
We'll find a way.
What the brand stands for. You can try, but as a brand, you're just trying to just jump on the burst and just try to get that burst of popularity. But I think for brands, really, we should start thinking about more long-term strategies, how to create more value for our audience, other than just jumping onto the...
I ain't thinking about shit. I'm thinking about next Tuesday. What's getting wrapped in bacon? What am I stuffing it in, What are we drinking? What bottles are we popping? That's it. I live by the Tuesday Epic Mealtime, and honestly, the brands, I'm not going to wait for them to, catch on to this. I think they downplay YouTube a lot. I think they, think of it as like a little thing. No one really understands the value of the views on YouTube, and so it's hard to communicate that to, some
There's
company.
so many people that don't understand YouTube. They don't understand the power of the internet, the power of marketing. Because you got those movie studios that release 15-second or 15-minute like sneak peek trailers of their movies, and they do it on YouTube. People don't respect us. We don't get respect.
Yeah. And
well, with all due respect, there's a lot of shitty content on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I think for popular YouTubers, especially in our space, in the how-to space, or anybody, and you guys are doing it, starting to do it as well. In our how-to space, a lot of these girls don't realize the power they have over consumption and over people buying stuff. So for my recommendation to a lot of YouTubers in the future is you can create your own side products that will finance your being on YouTube. Selling T-shirts is a great way to do it. I believe they probably sold a ton of T-shirts, and they like themselves. But what I'm saying is,
well, I'm actually gonna. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want to point out a big difference between what you're doing and what Epic Mealtime is doing. And he just said this: is that you're thinking about the brands, you're thinking about selling stuff, you're thinking about making money. Where he's actually building it first, making awesome videos. He only cares about his next video, and then he can figure out everything after. He says, we'll figure it out. He's obviously making money, but he's not worrying about the brands. He's just doing what he does.
Yeah. No, I always said at the end of the day, more than collecting a paycheck or anything, branding is the most important thing. Epic Mealtime's Epic Mealtime. We do what we do, and we can continue doing what we do every week, and that's what's important. But it's not about, how we're gonna, incorporate this or that. It's just, when someone wants to figure out a way that they're going to try and work with us, then they'll work with us. We're not going out of our way to try and do anything with anyone. It's just every Tuesday, new Epic Mealtime.
Which brings
That's the way to do it, because other than that, people are just going to call you a seller all the time.
This guy fucking knows right here.
Right here, he's nodding his head.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I just want to add, I totally agree with it. And that's what I'm saying. Instead of people thinking about trying to make money on YouTube, it's about staying true to ourselves. We've probably never been approached by brands because they know there's no point, because they know we just do what we do, and the girls stay true to themselves, and we never get approached by brands. And everybody else in the house space, these girls get approached by brands and they get pressured into doing videos for money in that space. I'm just being honest.
They certainly do.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to say, if you say, like, all you guys are saying is true. If you just focus on the content and putting out value, the money will come. It's just, but don't try to think of how to sell. Cool. And we from day one we never try to.
I want to actually ask about. You mentioned you worry about your brand, Harley, and what
I worry about it.
Okay, sorry. You said something about your brand,
yeah,
which prompted my next question.
We weren't worried, though. No one's worried on it.
So, I think Epic Mealtime, this is my opinion, is probably the best brand on YouTube. And you guys have done it very fast. I don't know if it was conceived prior to you launching the account or whatever, but what's some advice that you can give on how to do a brand effectively on YouTube? Well,
I mean, fortunately for us, it involves just being a loud jackass. So here I am being loud and yelling at you. EpicMealtime.com, we're selling shirts, you know. EpicMealtime.com, we got the whole crew chilling in the back, all wearing Epic Mealtime shirts. You know, we roll around. It's very clear, you know. I mean, it's something we've been forcing down everyone's throats for about 8 months now. And so,
did you actually plan out? I mean, you have a graphic.
Of course, we fucking planned it, man. We're smart, you know.
And what considerations would you have on what works on YouTube? Is it just having trademark slogans, logos?
Well, I don't know, all that shit. We do it all. We have all that. We got catchphrases. We got slogans. We got logos, all that stuff.
Catchphrases work. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Corey, what about you? How do you weigh the importance of developing your own brand for a YouTube channel?
I actually never really bothered with it too much. The only thing that's consistent in all of my videos is that I'm in them. Other than that, they're extremely, extremely diverse, and I think that helps me in a way because I'm hitting a lot of different topics or categories. So instead of only being one thing, or there's something huge to be said for consistency, but taking a different approach to it because I'm in so many different topics or so many different categories. People are always finding me in different ways and then discovering my other content, and it seems to be working for me because they're like, oh, I didn't realize he did all of these different things. So then if I try something new, or if I try something random, or if I try something completely off the wall, my audience is actually used to that. They're used to not knowing what I'm going to post.
I like to be devil's advocate, like with you, because there's something I want to point out to the audience, to the consistency point. With your channel, how many subscribers do you have?
200,000.
200,000, right? But when I look at your videos, a lot of times, it's so much less than your subscribership. Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean. Sometimes I think your audience, when you're not being consistent, for subscribers, they're like, this is not what I subscribe for.
Yeah, but I'm making the videos I want to make, and I'm enjoying doing it.
I think also you had a channel since 2006.
Yeah.
You said so. I mean,
there's
how
a
many
lot
of those people that subscribed back in 2007 that just don't go on YouTube now.
Yeah,
they could be dead.
If 1 million people
Probably
subscribed
dead.
to him in the past 8 months, those 1 million people are more than likely still logging into YouTube, still checking those accounts. I have 200,000 subscribers, and that's a statistic. But really, those people might not be logging into YouTube anymore. Those people could,
dead.
Like Matt said, could be dead.
Definitely dead.
I'm enjoying what I do.
All of them. All of them are dead?
Not that many, no.
Okay.
No, but I because I'm making evergreen videos, I'm trying to think in the long term. I have videos that I made 5 years ago that now have 5 million hits, 10 million hits, whereas when I first put them up, they only had 20,000 views. So I like to think of it as me planting hundreds of different seeds, and I'm just letting all of those videos grow over time so that 5 years from now, I don't have to make anything. I can make it if I want to, but all of those videos get views forever.
That's a great metaphor with the seeds.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm planting a forest of videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Thank you.